Jay, 24 points, plus minus 19, 6 rebounds. There were times you looked like Larry Bird, and there were times you looked like Shaq. What got into you tonight?
I tell you what.
It's almost spring. You know when flowers bloom. The way too early cuffing season preview starts. And yes, the return of baseball. It's actually happening. The MLB and Players Association have agreed to a deal to end the lockout. The Rams have made it this far thanks in large part to Cooper Kupp, the best wide receiver in the NFL. But he's so quiet, so reserved, we really don't know that much about him. So who are you?
My armpits are sweating now, and as soon as you ask me, I start getting all sweaty and nervous. So it's just not my thing.
Roll on, Rams.
Roll on, Rams.
Roll on through.
Roll on through.
Gonna let the Rams roll right over you.
So
now
what?
Roll on.
History and the holiday aside, this is a big game for the Lakers. They come into it losing 4 straight, and the roster is so depleted, they're actually signing guys out of retirement. Are you talking specifically about Matt Stafford? Of course, everybody's talking about how he has never won a playoff game, and he's been up and down this year. A lot of big interceptions at critical moments. Is that what you're talking about when you're talking about those turnovers?
No, not always. It's not always on Matt Stafford. I mean, just turn the ball over in general.
How confident then are you in him in getting it done or going deep into the playoffs with him?
And what are the Lakers going to need to do to make this postseason a reality?
You know what? The Lakers have got to get healthy, and they've got to start stringing some wins together because they have no identity. Frank Vogel talked about that yesterday in his pregame availability. I got to wonder, how lit are y'all actually getting doing the tapings of these shows? Because y'all look like y'all having fun for real.
We are having fun for real.
Take your first state title trophy in your hands right now. This is history. Lots of emotions. There are tears in your eyes right now. Why?
You love them like they're all your sons.
The Kings have not been to the playoffs since 2018. That looks like it's going to change this year. They're playing great hockey. They've earned 13 points in the last 10 games, have a good mix of veterans and youngsters on the rise for the Kings.
We gave them a good talking to when we got inside and reminded them.
Want to tell us what you said?
No.
Thank you, Coach. Back to you guys. Becoming an NBA champion isn't something Keisha Nix could have ever imagined when she was a child living in South Los Angeles. Now all grown up, she's an executive with the Los Angeles Lakers.
I have to pinch myself sometimes to make sure that this is really real.
Knicks is an essential part of the most decorated franchise in the NBA. The names of icons everywhere in their facility. This season, she became an historic member of the Lakers story in her own right, rising to Vice President of Charitable Affairs, the first black female VP in team history.
It means the world to me. I heard Jeannie Buss, our amazing owner, say a couple years ago at a women's conference that it's okay to be the first, but it's not okay to be the only. And so that is my destiny. That's my challenge now, is to make sure that I'm not the only one.
While her focus is still connecting the team with the community, the new promotion put her in the spotlight. The great Magic Johnson praising Knicks on Twitter.
African-American woman who is very intelligent, very smart, get promoted to that level. That means that little black girls around the city of Los Angeles and around the country can dream that they can be in that same position.
This skinny kid from Washington State is the boy who grew up into Cooper Kupp, the man who leads the NFL in every single wide receiver stat this season. You could say Cooper was born to play football. Both his father and grandfather made it to the big stage. A 17-year-old Cooper knew he would make it too.
I love football. Football's my passion, and I like to stay in that as far as I can.
And Coach Sean McVay is glad to have him.
I think one of the things that you really see is he's a great leader that brings people with him. I think the best thing that you can say about really special people is they make everyone around them better. And Cooper does that.